Welcome to the Hero Network, where everyone's a hero. I'm your host Vega, and today we're going to talk about one of the fastest comic book heroes known to man, a new trend in the industry for comic book movies and how we may be experiencing them going forward. And can you guess which new streaming platform will be losing some movies this month? Stay tuned to the Hero Network, where everyone's a hero, and we're going to dive into some crazy stories. First up, Fox's Quicksilver may be joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's right, Evan Peters, who played the role of Quicksilver in Fox's X-Men films, may be reprising his role in the upcoming Disney series WandaVision. Now, rumor have it that he began filming his parts in 2019, which means that they either did a really amazing job of keeping his appearances under wraps, or it may just be a couple of short, quick cameos that may not be entirely plot related. But we can dream. And with that dreaming comes the idea that this may be the very first introduction of mutants into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. With Quicksilver arriving, and we've already lost the original Quicksilver from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, what kind of merging can they really accomplish and push? Well, who knows? But Marvel always seems to be thinking outside the box about ways to connect all of their characters, and these recent acquisitions have really made that possible. With the exception, of course, of Sony and Spider-Man. But there's good news. It seems as though Sony is back to the table with Marvel and they're renegotiating the terms of using Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Originally, his deal was only for 2 films, and that's not quite enough. But it seems that Sony has doubled down on the idea of making Spider-Man a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, even going as far as throwing a couple of Easter eggs in the latest Morbius trailers that show this is happening in the same exact world where the Avengers exist. So what kind of deal can we expect from this? Not 100% sure, but I do know one thing. It's going to be great. Now for the DC Universe side of things, it's not as simple. Even though they own the rights to all of their characters, they haven't quite figured out exactly how to utilize them to their best, and also how to trust their directors to do their jobs. That being the topic of this week's Twitter conversation, as last week we saw the approval of Zack Snyder's Justice League cut coming to HBO Max in 2021, that announcement seemed to have ruffled a few feathers amongst the directorial community. More specifically, with David Ayer, director of the Suicide Squad. Now, David has gone on record to say that his film deserves a recut, especially because he doesn't even need to do any more reshoots. He blames most of the issues with the film on the executive decisions to take out the darker tones and make it a more lighthearted film. David Ayer even went as far as saying, quoted, "Batman vs. Superman's reviews shell-shocked the leadership, and the Deadpool success led to his drama being beaten into a comedy." Now, those are some powerful words. I haven't seen Suicide Squad because I heard it was pretty bad, but if the cut is going to be that much greater, then yeah, absolutely, let's give him a chance to do it. Now, he is going to have to stand on those words, especially after saying things like, it's unfair that they allowed the 2019 Joker to fly as dark as possible, but the 2016 Suicide Squad had to be a lighthearted family type of film. So, hey, I believe in having confidence in what you produce, and if he believes that his version, once recut and completely dark, will be the best version, I'm all for it. Let's have it. And, you know, fans have already kind of dug up some comparisons themselves, showing side-by-side shots of the original trailer for Suicide Squad with the Joker and the final product that we got with the Joker. So, maybe he does deserve a second chance. And it could be pretty cool. Here's another thing that doesn't happen very often. Kate Kane is no longer Batwoman. Or rather, Ruby Rose is no longer Batwoman. Or neither one is Batwoman anymore. It's now Ryan Wilder. Here, let me get you all caught up. Ruby Rose recently exited the CW series Batwoman after her first season on the show. and she was playing Kate Kane, which is the secret identity to Batwoman. Therefore, the most important character on the show. So how do you replace her without making the audience switch at the idea that you think we don't notice this is just not the same person? Simple. You scrap it entirely. Or at least that's what it seems like the DC plan is. A recent casting call was leaked that calls for a new female actress to play the role of Ryan Wilder, who will be taking over as Batwoman starting in season 2. Now, this has happened before, but last time it was due to medical conditions, with the show Spartacus, and they even went as far as turning the second series into kind of more of like a prequel series, and they figured it all out. Now, with Batwoman, this is in its first season, and it's working on gaining traction, so losing a main actress may have some sort of impact. But then again, it could also be the revamp that this needs, because based on the description in the casting call, I would say we're up for a wild ride. Here, let me read to you a little bit about Ryan Wilder. With no one in her life to keep her on track, Ryan spent years as a drug runner, dodging the GCPD and masking her pain with bad habits. A girl who would steal milk for an alley cat could also kill you with her bare hands. Ryan is the most dangerous type of fighter, highly skilled and wildly undisciplined. An out lesbian, athletic, raw, passionate, fallible, and very much not your stereotypical all-American hero. Ryan Wilder sounds like the badass Batwoman we deserve. Not to say that Ruby Rose wasn't doing a great job as Kate Kane, but this just seems a little bit more exciting and kind of has me more interested in watching the show. So, I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely ready for the change. I do want to thank Ruby Rose for her time as Batwoman, and believe me, we all understand how demanding it is to be a superhero character. So we're not mad at you. Thanks for everything you did. But even though we're not mad at Ruby Rose, some of us may end up mad at HBO Max, as the streaming service recently launched and had a pretty smooth launch save for a few devices that didn't want to play nice. However, it turns out they'll be losing a bunch of movies in their first month, which begs the question, will they be around long enough for us to get the Justice League Zack Snyder cut on HBO Max? Who knows? Ultimately, there's a list of about 20 films that HBO Max will no longer be displaying on their brand new service at the end of June, or starting at the end of June. A couple of standout titles for me were Wallace and Gromit, Teen Titans Go to the Movies, The Mighty Ducks, and Hellboy. Now, Hellboy is important because it's a really hard comic book film to watch. Not that it's hard to watch. Well, this one is kind of hard to watch. It's not as good as the Guillermo del Toro ones, but point is, it's hard to find the films anywhere to stream. And if HBO Max is getting rid of the one version that exists, even if it's not the best one, it is kind of a damaging blow to the Hellboy fan community. So hopefully things can get sorted out pretty quickly and we can get a better idea of what's going on with HBO Max's content and what we can expect going forward as far as the length of times that this content will be available to us to watch on HBO Max. Hopefully this doesn't become a normal trend for HBO Max where they bring on a film and it's gone in a month and you've got a really short timeline to watch it, but I guess we'll have to stay tuned to see what's going on. Now, talking about staying tuned, I actually want to introduce you guys to a great friend, comedian Sean Barry, who's going to be joining the Hero Network with a brand new show called The Hero Breakdown. Actually, I'll just let him break it down for you himself.
Hey, thanks, Vega. Guys, and welcome to Hero Breakdown. My name's Sean Barry, and I'm the host of this daily news show, giving you guys all the inside scoops on Marvel, DC, Star Wars, whatever we're going to have. We'll be breaking down movie news, video game news, TV show news, comic book news, everything you need to know about your daily news fix. Now, guys, please help us out by following us on Hero Network on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, wherever we have you. We want to give you the best news fix possible. Guys, check it out. So leave a like down below, and subscribe. Just remember, here at Hero Network, everyone's a hero.
And there you have it. Sean Barry is joining us with the Hero Breakdown, and you've been watching the Hero Network, where everyone's a hero. So make sure you follow us on all social media at the Hero Network, sometimes with underscores. And you can follow me at WhatUpVega, always grammatically correct. And stay in touch. We love talking comics, so make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend, like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.